I wanted to share this tool I'm testing out on my sites. Maybe this isn't something we talk about every day, but it's actually become a pretty big deal in the website world. Privacy and compliance have always been core pillars for anyone running a real business online. And with everyone jumping on the vibe coding wave, this might not be top of mind for you, but it's definitely something you'll want to get sorted if you're building real businesses beyond localhost 3000. So this tool, Cookiebot, handles everything surrounding privacy and compliance. It solves a lot of the headache in the background. So it scans your site for cookies, handles user consent, and keeps you safe from unexpected fines and lost trust. Again, this might not seem like the most exciting part of building a website, but it allows you to focus on the fun things like the scaling, the building, and the content. So I'm going to show you a quick setup, but first and foremost, Usercentrics did reach out to me, so this is a sponsored video, but it doesn't make it any less important. GDPR laws are not optional. People treat them like they are because their site is in its early stages and then they forget to handle it. But if you're targeting traffic from the EU or anywhere with strict privacy regulations, the reality is, even if you're a small creator or just running a few niche sites, you're still held to the same standard as big businesses. That means that cookie consent, data storage, and user transparency all fall on you. So what Cookiebot and Usercentrics essentially do is automate this compliance layer. You don't have to worry about writing policies from scratch, manually tracking cookies, or hoping you guessed right about consent banners. The tool audits, updates, and displays everything according to the law, which massively reduces risk and saves a ton of time. For niche site builders, bloggers, or even SaaS projects, this is one of those unsexy but critical systems you put in place once and then forget about. It's part of running a real business online. So let's go ahead and install Cookiebot on a WordPress site so I can show you how the scan works in real time and then how to customize the consent banner so it looks clean and matches your brand. So the link is going to be somewhere at the top, but if for any reason you cannot access it, it's also going to be in the description below. And this is the website it's going to bring you to. This is the Cookiebot website. If you scroll on down, you'll see Usercentrics Cookiebot WordPress plugin and Usercentrics for Wix. I don't have any Wix site, so I cannot show you that, but I'm going to assume it works in a similar way that it does on WordPress, which is the one we're going to start with. But if you're a vibe coder, don't worry, I've got you. This also works on your sites too. But I'm going to start with WordPress, and at the top here, we've also got the same link. So if you go to Usercentrics Cookiebot WordPress plugin, download free plugin, and we can download and install it into our WordPress dashboard. So if you have a WordPress site, you're obviously familiar with this. We're just going to go to add plugin and upload and install. Click to activate the plugin. And over here on our left, we've got Cookiebot and configure settings. Now we need to put in our ID. So I'm going to go back over to the website. Just to get to the start free page, I'm going to click login, start free. And you can sign up with Google or put your email address in. I'm going to do Google because it's faster. Once you're logged in, the first thing you're going to see is this setup form. Everything here is optional. Now let's get our banner set up. I'm going to enter the domain URL for where I want this banner to appear. Select the country I'm in. And for legislation preset, I've selected GDPR for Europe. Now here you can also select custom code and create your own banner with HTML, JavaScript, and CSS. But we're going to go through the quick setup. So now we're actually going to design our banner and match it to the theme and color scheme of our brand. And here we can select the dialog box or the bar. I'm going to go with what I see on most major sites. Most sites I visit tend to have the bar. It's just out of the way, not too invasive. But if you really want to make sure people are seeing what they're clicking, seeing what they're actually consenting to, then this box pops up and then they have the opportunity to toggle. So it's just based on your personal preference. I'm going to go with the bar. I want to have that slide up effect. So as they go on the page or scroll down, it just shows up. And then position, top or bottom. Bottom is what we're used to, so we'll keep that. Now design, we've got light, dark, and custom. You can just choose, self-explanatory. I'm going to go with the dark. and display logo on banner is optional. So you can personalize it to your site. I'm going to leave that off for now, and I'm going to leave everything else the same. Now for installation, as I mentioned, if you're using something else like Next.js, React, or anything else, you can still install it. This is going to go in your header script, but I want to keep this relatively simple. I will show how to do this, still without having to code anything, because you're going to just tell the model to add it to your header. You can also implement it with Google Tag Manager if you already have that set up. And then there's another option for Google Consent Mode. And there are other installation guides if you've got a Shopify store, or you're using Webflow or Joomla, Squarespace. There are installation guides for that. But again, we're using WordPress, so the installation method we're using is the plugin, which we already have. So I'm going to go back here and copy this ID and pop that into my settings page in WordPress. It's going to check on their end and allow me to connect. We are now connected, so it's that simple. And the banner that I designed is what's going to show up. So let me just make sure there's nothing I need to change in here. Sites connected, auto detect language, use website location to set language, that's an option, and then select cookie blocking mode, automatic. Providing you've set your country, it's going to handle all of it for you. If you do want to go through and make these individual tweaks, you can also do that. So just going to run through these tabs here, because it does give you quite a bit of control if there's anything you need to change, especially on this page here. These things are how you let your users know how you're going to be using their data. So have a scroll down, check through, make sure that you're selecting the things that you need for your site. In here, we can set our content that we want to display on our banner. It has default information, so you can leave it as it is if you don't want to change any wording. If you do want to change anything, you want a specific tone, you can always copy this into ChatGPT or something like that and give it the tone that you want, but use this as your template so you can make sure it stays within the same format. But I'm not going to change anything here. Everything looks good to go. We've got legislation presets, which is what we selected in the earlier step, but you can change it here if you need to. And then we've got some more customizations here in privacy and declarations. Now, if you go over to domains and aliases, you can see the site that you've got it registered on. If you click in here, you can actually download your user consent log. You can see your scan data, and you can change how often it runs the scans. So I've switched domains to a site with less pages. I've got 118 pages on this site, and I've ran a scan. It also sends you a complete email report of the scan that it did. So this is the site that I had on before. I've changed it to Smart Directory Pro. Of course, you can have multiple sites on the one account. And it says, based on your scan report, we've identified one or more of the following issues. Your website uses cookies set by your web server before user consent has been obtained. Because if it's already accepting and not giving the user the option to opt in, that's a big problem. So the scan found that, and that's not something that I was checking for prior. So I found that really useful. So this is what it looks like on the site, and you saw the slide up effect that I had enabled. This is the banner I designed. You can click allow all, and then I've got this enabled where it shows up on the bottom corner, but you can change that if you don't want it to show up. So that's an option, and then they can go in and they can withdraw consent and change the consent. Another thing is that it's fully mobile responsive. So that's what it looks like on mobile. And as you can see, you can still scroll through it and it's fully responsive. So if I click show details, again, fully responsive, everything fits, and I can still continue to scroll in the background. Now, as I said, this can be implemented on any type of site. Vibe coders, I said I've got you. I'm going to show you exactly how we do that. So on the implementation page, we've got implement CMP banner, and we've got the auto blocking or manual blocking. We're going to go with auto, and we can copy this script. So we've got the auto blocking script copied in our clipboard. And all you're going to do is put this in your vibe coding tool of choice. If you're using Lovable, Cursor, Windsurf, Bolt, any of them, the process is going to be exactly the same, because all you're going to do is tell the LLM to implement this, and you can tell it exactly what I tell it here. So I'm going to add it to my site using Claude Code, and I'm just going to tell it, add this to the head
section, I'm going to put comma, async, and then I'm going to paste the script here, hit enter. So I did do this earlier, but the video wasn't recording, so I'm pasting it in again. It's already been added. It says I can see that there's already a Cookiebot component being imported and used. Let me check what's in that component first to see if I need to replace it or modify it. So yeah, this is exactly what I've told it. I've said add it to the head section async, and it says perfect, the Cookiebot component already exists and has the exact same script configuration you requested. The component is already being used in the layout TSX file on line 67, so the Cookiebot script is already properly integrated into your application's head, blah, 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 blah. Now, don't panic if you visit your page and you cannot see the pop-up if you've done it this way. This is on localhost 3000. This isn't my live site. And you also need to make sure you actually add that domain to Cookiebot because it's linking the ID to your domain URL. Now, the last thing I'm going to show you is the pricing. So I've hit manage subscription over here. Again, when you sign up for the free trial, you're not putting any payment information in, so you're getting to test it out completely free. Now, when you go to upgrade, I'm going to put it into dollars here. If you go to details, you can see the different pricing tiers. So this site has 118 pages, which puts me on the second tier, which is $16 a month. If you have under 50 pages on your site, that's going to be premium light and $8 per month. And then you can see the other tiers here. And that scales up based on the number of sub pages you have. And for this, you also get unlimited languages. So when somebody goes onto your site, wherever they are in the world, the cookie consent banner is going to automatically adapt based on that language. So if you're ready to make privacy and compliance one less thing to worry about, definitely give Cookiebot a go. The link is in the description. If you have any questions or you want to see more like this, drop a comment below, like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you for watching to the end.